next for your Dragons, at first baseman, sophomore from Montgomery, Illinois, Ashley McCann.
Can you hear me? Are we good? Okay, I don't know what happened. So welcome to Dragons softball. The Dragons are facing Sioux Falls here in an NSIC doubleheader. First home game for the Dragons, although today they will be the visiting team in terms of scoring, so we'll keep you updated on that. So Sioux Falls is in the field first. Dragons are batting. One out. Taylor Roddy grounded out to lead off the game for the Dragons. Ashley McCants is the designated player today. We got a 1-2 count. McCants fouls that one down the first base side. Did a bizarre weather week with the big storm that came through, so those games got moved all over the place. Dragons are playing their next 6 doubleheaders at home, but they will be the visiting team tomorrow as well against Southwest Minnesota State. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. So McCants having a good battle here with Keegan Hoshaw, the starting pitcher for USF. 2-2, 1 out, top of the first. The pitch. And that is all 4. Oh, it was a hit by a pitch. So, apologize, the angle not best on that. So Ashley McCants reaches by a hit by pitch, so Dragons with a runner on. And that will bring up the junior third baseman, Emma Dummer. Pitch is low, ball 1. Ball hit hard, foul down the third baseline. Emma shares the team lead with 4 home runs for the Dragons. The Cougars have won the last Dragon win in this series was 2013. And that game they threw no hitter. That was played down in Sioux City, Iowa. And since then the Cougars have won 10 in a row. Emma hits it hard with foul down by Coach Amanda Raykamp. So we are at 1-2. So we're at 1-2 at McCants at first. Here's the pitch. Foul. Emma gets a piece of that. Tough pitch, but she keeps alive. 1-2. First pitch temperature today. Get very high to right field. And the center fielder, the wind kind of takes it to right center, and Emma flies out to right center. F8 if you're scoring at home.
Up next for the Dragons, number 22, Kate Gaber.
So that brings up Peyton Gaber. Peyton leads the team with a .375 batting average. Had a big week a couple weeks ago, 13 of 23 at the plate. And she has been a very consistent hitter. Today she is playing at first base. Her and Ashley McCants have kind of been a tandem at first. Strike, 0-2. If she reaches base, Elizabeth Johnson, the center fielder, would bat. 0-2. McCants at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. So the Dragons, no runs, no hits, no errors, one runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first, 0-0.
Up first for USF, Emily Ho.
Welcome back, Dragon softball. We're in the bottom of the first inning here in Moorhead. Sioux Falls, the home team today in this game, because this was originally scheduled to be played in Sioux Falls, but they got a lot of snow down in that part of the world. And here we got some snow, but we were able to play on the turf here at Shields Field. So both games today, the Cougars will be the home team. So the Dragons went down in the first inning, one runner on a hit by pitch, but no runs. So Emily Hove is leading off. She's a senior, second baseman for the Cougars. Hit hard to short. And that will be an error on the Dragons. So first runner on for the Cougars, Hove. Dragons defense is Gaber at first, Kaya Sundin at second, Taylor Roddy at short, Emma Dummer at third, Shea Weber in left. Line drive, foul. Elizabeth Johnson in center, Jordy Smith is in right. Ashley McCants is the designated player, and Jordy McNeely, the freshman, is the catcher. And the pitcher is the sophomore from Wisconsin, Becky Berth. Pitch is low, 1-1. One and two, here's the pitch. Line drive, that's a base hit into left field. And the Cougars with a threat here in the top of the first, or bottom of the first and second, nobody out. So that will bring up Mickelson, the center fielder. Frankie Mickelson. He's a junior from Rochester, Minnesota. Got a chance to, yeah, that pitch is hit and just rolled foul. Fortunately for the Dragons, or that would have been a hit. So 0-1. Becky Berth works ahead. First runner reached on an error at shortstop by Taylor Roddy. Then the second one, a base hit to left field by Mossman. And now Mickelson looking to make some noise here. 0-1, nobody out, bottom of the first. Shows bunt, puts down a good bunt to Berth. Berth's only play is at first.
Now back for the Cougars, moving on, Emily Miller.
So the sacrifice bunt, 1-3 if you're scoring at home, but the runners move ahead for USF. Second and third, one out, bottom of the first. Berth's pitch. Pitches a ball. There's a strike. Pitch. Check swing foul off the back netting, so Berth works ahead at 1-2. Hits low, good block by McNeely. So McNeely is the freshman. She has caught every game for the Dragons this year from Dickinson, North Dakota. There's 3 freshmen in the lineup today. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets away. Oh, and it's thrown away, and the Cougars will get a run. So a double steal there. The Cougars get a run in. And the runner at first is caught stealing, so there's 2 outs. Both runs. A pair of unearned runs here in the first for the Cougars, and they take a 2-0 lead. So 2 runs in, 2 outs. We are at the 5th batter of the inning for USF. Ashley Meyer, high flying shot, that is going into the gap, off the fence. Meyer hustling in, will get a stand-up double. Sydney Naveen, the first baseman, junior from Hallam, Nebraska. Looking to add to the lead here with a runner on second base. So Cougars have put the ball in play, and that's kind of been the story of this inning. And then capitalized on an error that was to lead off the inning. Outside. So Dragons not off to a particularly strong start in the field here, but if they could get out of here 2-0, I think they'd take it at this point. Outside and high. Pitch is grounded to short. Roddy with a good arm fires to first, and that will end the inning. So for the Cougars, 2 runs, 2 hits.
Cougars scored 2 runs with 2 hits.
With 2 errors and 1 runner left on. We go to the top of the second. Cougars 2, Dragons 0.
Now at the top of the second inning. Dragons orders Johnson, Sundin, McNeely. Batting first for your Dragons, the center fielder, number 2, Elizabeth Johnson.
Top of the second. Dragons at the plate, down 2-0. 2 unearned runs in the first, scored by the Cougars. Pitch swung on high fly into left. Camping underneath it is Swift, and that will be the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Dragons, a freshman from Hudson, Wisconsin, Kaya Sundin.
1 out here, and that brings up pitch is low to Kaya Sundin, freshman from Hudson, Wisconsin. Has assumed the second base job. High pop up, that's going to go behind third base area. The shortstop Mossman there to make the catch, so 2 outs here.
Next up the Dragons, the catcher, Jordy McNeely.
The catcher, Jordy McNeely. Jordy, about 9 days ago, had a huge game against Minnesota Crooks, and a homer and 6 RBI. Strike 2 to Jordy. So the Cougars, with a 2-0 lead, have 2 outs here. Hoshaw has retired the first 2 on fly balls. So see if McNeely can stay alive. Takes that one. That might drop, but it hangs up long enough for the center fielder Mickelson to make the play. So a 3 up, 3 down for the Dragons in the second. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 USF. Essie Van Beek batting for the Cougars. Here's the pitch from Bertha Ball. Hine, hard hit in between the third baseman and shortstop, base hit. And the Cougars again with the leadoff batter on. Hard hit ball. Cougars are have their third hit. That will bring up Emmy Utes, the sophomore catcher from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Strike one. She is the 8th batter in the order. Then they will, the left fielder Swift bats 9th, and then they go back to the top of the order. The flex player is their pitcher Hoshaw. Here's the pitch. Hit right at the center fielder Elizabeth Johnson. Out number 1. She barely had to move there. So F8 if you're scoring at home. Pitch high pop up. Taylor Roddy calls for it. Wynn gets it at the end, but Riding adjusts, makes the play. F6 if you're scoring at home. Wynn kind of from the southeast today. Emily Hove bats. Hard grounder to third. Emma Dummer up with it. Dragons get out of that inning relatively quickly. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the third. It is 2-0. Sioux Falls.
Starting out for the top of the third inning, number 6, Jordy Smith. Now batting left fielder Shay Weber.
Keep it up. Here we go. Turn it, D. Turn it.
Up next for your Dragons at shortstop, a senior from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Taylor Roddy. Up next for the Dragons, number 9, Ashley McCann.
Keep working. 2 down, White. 2 down.
Line for the Cougars, Osman, Mickelson, and Miller. Bottom of the third, Cougars lead 2-0. Osman up for the Cougars. Next up for the Cougars, Frankie Mickelson. Two outs on the board. Next up, number 9, Emily Miller. That's over the Cougars, Ashley Meyer.
Getting cold?
Yeah, a little bit. Just the fingertips mostly. I got the gloves back. Got to roll down for the day.
We'll teach you to remember next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Heading into the top of the fourth, the Dragons order is Dummer, Gaber, and Johnson.
Better.
Up next to the Dragons is Emma Dummer. Score is now 2-1 in favor of the Cougars. Up next, the junior from Stevens-Point, Wisconsin, Peyton Gamer. Up next to the Dragons, Elizabeth Johnson. Up next for the Dragons, the second baseman, a freshman from MSUM, Wisconsin, Kaya Sundin.
So Emma Dummer leads off the inning with a homer. And then a couple of flyouts. Sundin fouls that one back. So we're at 2-2. 2 outs, top of the fourth. Sioux Falls 2, Dragons 1. Cougars scored 2 unearned runs in the top of the bottom of the first. Dragons get on the board here in the fourth. Emma Dummer a homer to left field, her 5th of the season. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Sundin goes down swinging. And that will end the inning for the Dragons. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-1. Cougars with the lead.
Top of fourth, 1 run, 1 hit, 0 errors, 0 left on base. Dragons trail the Cougars 2-1. Heading to the bottom of the fourth, the line for the Cougars, Levine, Van Beek, and Utes.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Dragons and Cougars.
Starting off the bottom of the fourth inning, number 13, Susie Levine.
Swing and a miss to Naveen. Becky Berth on the mound for the Dragons. Check swing. Foul that will go over by Shea Weber, but it'll be well out of play. Dragons unofficial home opener, even though they're not the home team. This is the first time they've played on the football field here. Their other field is still covered in snow, so likely will be on the turf all week. Busy week here for MSUM. They host Southwest Minnesota State. On to Roddy. Hey, Roddy has been busy, 6-3. That's the last 4 outs for the Cougars have been 6-3. So, Dragons get the first out of the inning. Becky Berth has pitched pretty well after the first inning. Cougars hit the ball a little bit, but they have she's settled into a little bit of a groove here. There's not a lot of runs since. Strike 1, 2. Van Beek. Low, ball 1. And Beek hitting .243 on the season. She's doubled her first event. Pitches a ball. Line drive up the middle, base hit over the second base. Out of the reach of any Dragon fielders, so the Cougars with a 1-out single.
Number 16, and
So Utes, the sophomore catcher, steps up. She is 0 for 1 today, hitting .208 on the season. Ball, 1-1. Wind coming directly from the south. High fly. Great running catch by Elizabeth Johnson there. That ball was really, really on the move. And the sophomore from Belle Plaine makes a clutch play, and 2 out in the inning. The ball was hit well. I thought it might drop, and Johnson has developed into a very good center fielder making that play. Ball 1 to Swift. Lexi Swift, freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. Here's the pitch. Slow roller, but then will roll foul by the first base side. 1 and 2. So the Dragons will host Southwest Minnesota State on Monday, 2 and 4. Those games, Southwest will be the home team in those games. And the Dragons, there's a strike, will host the University of Marion in a regular game as the Cougars take a base. So 1 and 2, but a runner in scoring position now with the steal. Very high fly ball. Shea Weber calls off the center fielder and makes the play, and the Dragons get out of the inning unscathed. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We go to the top of the 5th. Cougars 2, Dragons 1.
Balls, the bottom of the 4, 0 runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Heading into the top of the 5th. Dragons trail Sioux Falls 2-1. Order for the Dragons to start the inning with McNeely, Smith, and Weber.
For Sioux Falls, 44 for 32.
Leading off the top of the 5th, catcher from freshman from Dickinson, North Dakota, Jordy McNeely. That's the freshman from Carlsbad, California, right fielder, Jordy Smith. Up next for the Dragons, Shea Weber. for the Dragons. Number 1, Shea Weber.
So Smith is out on the grounder, and that brings up Weber, the number 9 hitter. Dragons trail 2-1 here, top of the 5th. Check swing. One to 3 on the grounder. Dragons go up, 3 up, 3 down. They go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-1.
Line for the Dragons at the top of the 5th. 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors, 0 left on base. Cougars lead 2-1. Top of the order for the Cougars, Home, Mossman, and Nicholson.
Lead off the 5th for the Cougars.
Out next for USF, number 43, Lindsey Mossman.
So, error on the bunt. Grounder to second. Sundin to Roddy. They get the out at second, but the throw is errant. And that will allow the runner to move to second base. So, an out on the play, but also a throwing error.
That's up for the Cougars number 5, Frankie Nicholson.
Frankie Nicholson steps up for the Cougars. So Mossman is at second, 1 out. Pitches a ball. Deep left field, and making the catch is Shea Weber for the second out. Pitches a ball. So Mossman is at second. She reached on a fielder's choice and advanced to second on a throwing error. Grounded to Roddy. Dragons will get out of the inning unscathed. Cougars get a strand of base runner. We go to the top of the 6th, 2-1.
hits, 2 errors, and 1 left on base for Sioux Falls. Starting off at the top of the order for MSUM is Ronnie McCants and Dummer. Starting off the top of the 6th for your Dragons, a senior from Prior Lake, Minnesota, number 5, Taylor Roddy.
The senior Taylor Roddy leads off the 6th for the Dragons, who trail 2-1. So 5-3 on the grounder. McCants steps up.
Up next to the Dragons, a sophomore from Montgomery, Illinois, Ashley McCants.
Swing and a miss. So McCants looking to stay alive here. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Misses for a ball. Ground ball to second. Up with his hove and a 4-3 out. 2 outs in the 6th for the Dragons. Emma Dummer steps up. She homered last time to get the Dragons on the board in the 4th. Dragons need another run here. They're down to 4 outs. Okay, we're gonna don't think. So McCants, it was an illegal pitch on the last play, so that basically turns into a ball. It wipes out the ground out. So that puts McCants back at the plate. She's got a full count, just fouled that one off. So just to explain at home, umpires ruled it was an illegal pitch. Line shot, that's going into the gap in the left center for a base hit. McCants in the second with a double.
Illegal pitch ball, McCants advances to second base. Now on for the Dragons, Emma Dummer.
So the play that McCants hit was ruled obstruction, so was credited the ball. She got another chance, and then she came up and hit a double. That's our understanding of what happened. So she's at second. She doubled. We'll go with that. Dummer swings, fouls that one off. A lot of snow still standing here, the outside of the turf. Fortunately for the Dragons, they were able to get the turf cleaned off yesterday, Friday and Saturday, and had a decent melting day yesterday. So the turf looks like it's fairly dry. Dragons could use a hit here though. McCants doubles, 1 out. Pitch low. McCants is going to come to third. No throw, so it'll be a wild pitch. And the tying run is at third for the Dragons. So a base hit will tie the game, basically. Emma Dummer is up in the count, 3-1. She homered last time. Dragons would love another one here. Swing and a miss. Emma chasing that one, but still live at 3-2. Pitch. Into left field. And the Dragons have tied it at 2. So a base hit. Emma Dummer has both RBIs for the Dragons.
Dummer scores the RBI, and the Dragons
Okay, we are going to have a pinch runner.
Peyton Gamer.
Moorhead, 14 running for 10.
Pinch running for the Dragons will be the freshman Savannah Dre. As Peyton Gaber comes up.
On the Dragons, Peyton Gamer.
Pitch is a ball. We're tied at 2. RBI single by Emma Dummer. Savannah Dre is the runner at first. She is pinch running for Emma. Strike 2 to Peyton Gaber. So that obstruction call gave the Dragons new life and gave McCants new life, and she doubles, ties the game, and scores. She advanced to third on a wild pitch. Swing and a miss. And
Two down now, 2 down. It is 1 and 2. Out on the ground, 2 out. So
Gaber goes on swinging. Dre is at first. 2 out, tied at 2. Elizabeth Johnson up to the plate. Johnson hits that ball very high, but right at the center fielder. And the inning is over, but the Dragons tie the score thanks to an RBI single by Emma Dummer as we go to the
For Moorhead, we enter 10.
bottom of the 6th, tied at 2.
Emma Dummer back in the lineup. After the top of the 6th, 1 run, 2 hits, 0 errors, and 1 left on base. Score is tied 2-2. Lineup for Sioux Falls: Meyer, Naveen, and Manby. the bottom of the sixth.
Bottom of the sixth, 2-2. The score here in Moorhead. The Cougars strike one to Ashley Meyer, the right fielder. Ashley is 1 for 2 today. Pitches low, 1-1. Becky Berth has really pitched well today. The 2 runs in the first inning were unearned, thanks to a couple of errors. High fly. Jordy Smith, easy play and right, didn't have to go very far for that one. And the Dragons get the first out. Becky Berth, boy, the Dragons making quick work of this inning. 1-3 on that ground out by Naveen, and that brings up Van Beek. Van Beek is 2 for 2 today. Pitches a ball. Swing and a miss. Becky Berth, no walks today, 1 strikeout, no earned runs, 4 hits. Pitches a ball. If Van Beek reaches, Utes would come up. But right now the Cougars have 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th, tied at 2. There's a ball. 3-1. And ball 4, first walk issued on the day by Becky Berth. So we go down. So Emmy Utes up at the plate. Ball. And the runner steals second. Grounded to third. Dummer. And the out recorded 5-3. Dragons get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the 7th, tied at 2.
Heading to the top of the 7th, 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors, 1 left on base for Sioux Falls. Starting out the order for the Dragons, Sundin, McNeely, and Smith. Starting up the top of the 7th for the Dragons, a freshman from Hudson, Wisconsin, Kaya Sunday.
Here we go.
Dragons up in the top of the 7th, tied at 2. Kaya Sundin, the second baseman, leads off. Strike 1. Caitlin Vanderzag came in relief. Of Kerrigan Hoshaw. Pitch is a ball. 2 runs, 4 hits, 5 errors. Dragons, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Cougars. Strike 2. Pitch is a chopper to second. Up with it is Hove. Throw to first. Out 4-3. And that will bring up the catcher, Jordy McNeely.
Standing next to the Dragons, right fielder from Carlsbad, California, Jordy Smith. Jordy McNeely.
Pitch swung on, hit a long way up in the air, and that ball's going to drop for a hit. Nobody could make the play for the Cougars behind third. Some confusion there, and the ball lands for a hit. So Jordy McNeely is on with a base hit, and the Dragons have the go-ahead run at first base. Strike, this is Jordy Smith. Jordy singled in her first at bat, 1 for 2 on the day. Outside, throw, they're trying to get McNeely off base at first, did not work. Bunt is in play here for the Dragons with a 1-1 count. Inside, 2-1. Pitch is chopped at the third. Throw to second on the fielder's choice. McNeely is out.
Dragons, left fielder, freshman from West Fargo, North Dakota, Shea Weber.
We will have a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting, number 19, Lexi.
Lexi Kennedy, the senior. From Goodhue High School. Steps up. Lexi has homered before, I could use one here. Swing and a miss. Oh, and 1. Strike 2. Misses, close pitch, 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kennedy goes down swinging. Dragons go down in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 2.
Re-enter 1.
I know, I heard that. You didn't hear that?
Shea Weber back in the lineup. The Dragons. Bottom of 7. 0 run, 1 hit, 0 errors, 1 left on base for the Dragons. Score is tied 2-2. Up for the Cougars, Lexi Swift, Hove, and Mossman.
We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 2. Cougars send to the plate the number 9 hitter, Lexi Swift, freshman left fielder. Little short pop-up. That will be an easy play for Becky Berth. So 1 out on the little pop-up 2. Strike 1 as we're back to the top of the order, and Emily Hove. Time is called. So the intensity ramping up here. Tie game, 2-2. Bottom of the 7th. Becky Berth with a 1 out. Pitch outside. High fly ball to right. Jordy Smith camps under it for 2nd out. Pitches a ball to Mossman. Ground ball, diving is Roddy, but tough play. They'll give that a hit, and she's coming to 2nd, and it will be a double. So Roddy was a tough play, well hit grounder, and then it deflected off her glove. And Mossman now is the winning run at 2nd with 2 out. Strike 1. Pitch into left. Shea Weber hangs on. Close call there. Had to come in on that one. Unfortunately, was able to maintain possession, as they would say in the NFL. And so the Dragons get out of the inning. We go to extras, top of the 8th. Tied at 2.
No runs, 1 hit, 0 bottom of the 7th. One extra innings at the top of the 8th. Top of the order for the Dragons, Roddy, McKenzie, and Dummer.
We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off the inning for the Dragons is the senior, Taylor Roddy. Taylor 0 for 3 today. Dragons to the top of the order up here. Let's see if they can get that go-ahead run across. Here's the pitch. Foul ball off the batter in the box, so it'll be 0-2. McCants on deck. Dummer to follow. Outside. One and two. High pop up. The third, and that'll be the first out, as Miller makes the play.
Up next for your Dragons, a sophomore from Montgomery, Illinois, Ashley McCants.
So Coach Raycamp talking with one of the field ump. Strike one to Ashley McCants after the little conference on the field. McCants doubled and scored a run last time. That was the tying run in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Foul. Ball. Pitch is chopped right at the mound. Flipped to first, and the second out recorded. 1-3. That brings up Dummer. Dummer has been the offense in this game for the Dragons. 2 for 3 with a homer and 2 RBIs. She's driven in both runs. This has been a pretty evenly played game, other than some early errors by the Dragons. Emma Dummer fouls the first pitch off. If Emma reaches base, that would bring up Peyton Gaber, the first baseman. Pitches a ball. So the last pitch actually ruled an illegal pitch. Umpire confirming with Sioux Falls pitcher Vanderzeg. Pitch. Off the glove of the right fielder. Emma Dummer is going to hustle into second. Safe. A double, a very hard hit ball that Swift could not quite get. And the go-ahead run is at second with Peyton Gaber.
Double for Carl brings up number 22, a junior from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, Peyton Gaber.
Emma Dummer is having a day. 3 for 4, 2 RBI. As we have time on the field. So the go-ahead run at second for the Dragons. 2 outs. A base hit would do wonders here. Pitch outside, ball 1. Two and 0. If Peyton Gaber reaches, Elizabeth Johnson would bat next. We're in the top of the 8th, 2-2 the score. Foul. Here's the pitch. Way out of the zone there, 3-1. Dragons looking to get that go-ahead run across here. Emma Dummer is at second. That ball that she hit was roasted. Swift made a good effort on it. Inside, Peyton Gaber is on. And that will bring up Elizabeth Johnson. Johnson 0 for 3 in this one.
Sophomore from Belle Plaine, Minnesota, Elizabeth Johnson.
So Dragons first and second, 2 out, top of the 8th, tied at 2. That's the scenario. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Strike 2. So Johnson trying to stay alive here, down 0-2 in the count. Ball 1. Two and 2. Shot to third. Nice play by Miller to end the inning. Johnson got a pretty good contact on it, but right at the third baseman. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 2.
No runs, 1 hit, 0 errors, 2 left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, Miller, Byer, and Devine. Up first for the Cougars, number 9, Emily Miller.
Bottom of the 8th inning. At the plate for USF is Emily Miller. very high pop-up. Jordy Smith camps under it in right for the catch. Foul. So 1-1. To Ashley Meyer. Pitch foul. Will go into the snow. Misses. I thought that was a pretty good pitch, but it will go for a ball. That ball is hit well into the gap, and that will end it. A walk-off homer for the Cougars. And the Cougars win game one, 3-2. So we will have a break. The second game scheduled to start around 4 o'clock. And we will be back with that game. Game two, about 4 o'clock.
Final game one, Cougars 3, Dragons 2. And the walk-off home run by Ashley Meyer.
first game 3-2 on a walk-off home run. Now here, game 2, Courtney Matthews on the mound for the Cougars. Taylor Roddy stepping in for the Dragons. First pitch. Misses, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Taylor Roddy. Playing shortstop here, game 2, batting .280 on the season. Hit. Just misses, 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes now the count. The pitch. Swung on, popped up, first base side. Will fall foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cougars in the field for this game. Rachel Clausen in left, Frankie Mickelson in center, Ashley Meyer in right, Emily Miller, Lindsay Mossman, Emily Hove, and Sydney Neven in the infield. Emmy Udis behind the plate and Courtney Matthews on the mound. As the pitch just misses, and it will now be 3 balls and 1 strike. Roddy, a senior from Prior Lake, Minnesota. Pitch swung on, line drive right to the shortstop. Mossman for the first out of the game. And that will bring up Emma Dummer, junior from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. Batting .318 this season is Dummer. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Pitch swung on, fouled back, out of play near the scoreboard. Sioux Falls in this game, as in game 1, is the home team, even though we are on the MSUM football field. That's because this game initially scheduled to be played in Sioux Falls, as the pitch misses up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Had to be moved here to Moorhead due to the major snowmageddon blizzard that struck the region. 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled off, out of play. Matthews now readjusting the mound slightly. One ball and 2 strikes to Dummer. Wind up the pitch, swung on high, fly ball. Another foul out of play just into the Sioux Falls bench. And it will remain 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, fouled at the plate. Dummer hanging in there with a nice at bat. The pitch misses up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Dummer doing a nice job here of working the count. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Finally, the Matthews wins the battle. 2 down now, and they'll bring up the DH, Peyton Gaber, junior from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. As the first pitch of the at-bat. In there for a strike, 0-1. Gaber on the season, batting .347. as Matthews takes the rubber and delivers. Swung on into left field, a base hit for Gaber. And MSUM gets their first base runner of the game. 2 outs in the first for Ashley McCants. Sophomore from Montgomery, Illinois, went to Oswego High School. And time again to again readjust the pitcher's mound. One of the perks of playing on the football field, the artificial mound has a tendency to slip out of place and then has to be readjusted.
We got two, White, here we go.
McCants in the box now. Matthews on the mound. First pitch of the at-bat. Just misses. 1 ball and no strikes. That one in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gaber on first. McCants at bat. If McCants reaches, it would be Jordy Smith coming up to the plate as swung on. Line drive off the glove of the second baseman. Gaber rounding second, on her way to third. And just like that, MSUM has runners on the corners with 2 outs. So Smith stepping into the box. Freshman from California. Gaber on third. McCants on first, reaching on the single. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Smith on the season, a .361 batting average. As Matthews will take the rubber, looking for the sign, and deliver. Just misses down low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch, swung on, popped up. Matthews able to take it herself to end the inning. So for MSUM in the top of the first, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. After a half inning of play, we are scoreless.
At the top of the first, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for MSUM. The lineup starting for Sioux Falls is Hove, Mossman, and Nicholson.
Back here, bottom of the first inning. Emily Hove stepping into the box for Sioux Falls against Anna Lang for MSUM. First pitch grounded to second through into center field for a base hit. And just like that, one pitch, one base runner for the Cougars. As Lindsay Mossman, the shortstop, will now step into the box. For MSUM in the field, Shea Weber in left, Elizabeth Johnson in center, Jordy Smith in right. Around the horn in the infield, Emma Demmer, Taylor Roddy, Kaya Sundin, as that one is lined. And that's going to be a line drive double play to Sundin. So two pitches. First pitch of the inning was a single, and then the next one is a line drive double play to Sundin at second. Ashley McCants at first, as the first pitch to Frankie Mickelson misses ball one. Jordy McNeely behind the plate, and on the mound is Anna Lang. Pitch swung on, line drive, center field, caught by Elizabeth Johnson, and just like that, a quick bottom of the first inning. So for Sioux Falls, in their half of the first, no runs, one hit, no errors, no one left on base, and after one inning of play, we are scoreless here from Shields Field.
Lineup for the Dragons. Johnson, Sardine, and McNeely.
Back here for the top of the second inning, Elizabeth Johnson, the center fielder, stepping in the box to lead off for MSUM. First pitch from Courtney Matthews. Down low, ball one. Johnson on the season sitting at a .299 batting average. As Matthews delivers the 1-0. Misses down low, 2 balls and no strikes. All in all, a beautiful day here on the MSUM campus. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball into left field for a base hit. So 2 innings where MSUM gets a base runner. And that will bring up Sundin, the second baseman. Freshman from Hudson, Wisconsin. As Matthews gets the sign and delivers. Sundin squares to bunt and fouls it off first base side. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 pitch, swung on, fly ball right field. Meyer over, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And that will bring up Jordy McNeely. McNeely, freshman from Dickinson, North Dakota.
Now batting for MSUM, freshman from Dickinson, North Dakota, Jordy McNeely.
McNeely has catching duties here in game 2. As the first pitch, swung on, line drive, center field. That's going to be down for a hit. Johnson will hold up at second. So MSUM, 2 runners on now for the left fielder, Shea Weber.
Now batting for MSUM, left fielder, freshman from West Fargo, North Dakota, number 1, Shea
Weber, a freshman from West Fargo, North Dakota. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch, swung on, fly ball left field. Clausen able to make the catch, no runners advanced, and just like that, there are 2 outs in the inning. Taylor Roddy now stepping up back to the top of the order. Roddy 0 for 1 on the day.
Senior from Fire Lake, Minnesota, number 5, Taylor Roddy.
As we will again have a short timeout to readjust the mound. Two out, 2 runners on. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and it's now 1-1. That one just misses. 2 balls and 1 strike now. MSUM with a great scoring opportunity here in the second. Let's see if they can capitalize. The 2-1 pitch swung on right side. It will be caught by the second baseman, Emily Hove, and that will end the inning. For MSUM in the second, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. After 1.5 innings of play, we are still scoreless from MSUM.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base for the Dragons. The lineup for the Cougars, Miller, Meyer, and Lawson.
Bottom of the second inning here for Sioux Falls, who, despite the game being played in Moorhead, is the home team on the scoreboard, since this was supposed to be played down in Sioux Falls before a blizzard struck. Emily Miller leads off the inning and takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. It will be Miller, Ashley Meyer, and Rachel Clausen, the 3 due up, as the second pitch is in there for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Anna Lang just misses, 2 balls and 1 strike. That one gets the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes now from Lang to Miller. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fly ball, foul, out of play behind the goalpost. Count will remain 2-2. The pitch swung on, fly ball, center field and deep. Back at the track, at the wall, that one is going to be gone. A home run for Emily Miller. And Sioux Falls jumps out to a 1-0 lead. So 1-0 Cougars here in the bottom of the second inning, and that will bring up Ashley Meyer, the right fielder for the Cougars. Lang on the mound, first pitch, swung on and fouled straight back into the netting, 0-1. The pitch, just off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. That one will get the plate. It is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. With Rachel Clausen on deck. Swung on, ground ball. Second base, over to first, gets the out. 1 out now for Clausen, the left fielder, a freshman from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Playing first pitch, just off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. Ball 2 off the plate, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, bunt, foul up the third base line, brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch misses outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. With Sydney Neven on deck for the Cougars. Here in the bottom of the second inning, the 3-1 pitch swung on, line drive, caught by Taylor Roddy at short for the second out of the inning. So 2 down for Sydney Neven. Naveen playing first base today, first pitch in there for a strike, no balls and 1 strike. That one just misses, 1 ball and 1 strike. Another one misses, 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. The 2-1 pitch just misses, and it will be 3 balls and 1 strike now. with Cassie Van Beek on deck. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, left field, down for a hit. And the Cougars now get a base runner with 2 outs. For Cassie Van Beek. Van Beek, a sophomore from Rock Valley, Iowa, is the DH today for the Cougars here in the second game of the doubleheader. The first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Lang delivers. A ball, 1-1 now is the count. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner takes off. Throw down. She is safe. So Niven picks up a stolen base. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-1, excuse me, not 1 and 2. And now it is 1 and 2. They little bit of confusion apparently on the field, not knowing what the count is. So it is 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. The pitch, swung on, fly ball. It will be the third baseman, Emma Demmer, making the catch to end the inning. So for Sioux Falls in the second, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base for Sioux Falls. The bottom of the second. They lead 1-0. Top of the third. Order for the Dragons, Dummer, Tamer, and McCann.
Back for the top of the third inning here from Shields Field in Moorhead. MSUM trailing 1-0 as they will lead off the third with the third baseman, Emma Demmer, at the plate. Demmer 0 for 1 in this game 2 of the doubleheader. First pitch from Courtney Matthews is swung on, fouled back. Onto the track, no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Misses for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch misses up high. It is now 2 balls and 1 strike to Dummer, who is batting .315 this season. The 2-1 pitch swung on, fouled back, almost in the same spot as her first foul ball. That evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is technically the home opener for MSUM, even though they are the visiting team, and the first game played in Moorhead for head coach Amanda Rickamp. As the 2-2 pitch is swung on, grounded to third. Middle of field, throws across the diamond for the first out of the inning. That will bring up Peyton Gaber, the DH. Gaber, 1 for 1 today, a .354 batting average overall this season.
Up next for the Dragons, Peyton Gaber.
Lefty steps in the box. First pitch from Matthews is swung on, fly ball, left field. Coming on to make the play is Clausen for the second out of the inning. And Ashley McCants, the first baseman, now steps up. She is 1 for 1 today as well. Swung on, ground ball, base hit to center field. So MSUM able to get a base runner on in all 3 innings today. And that will bring up the right fielder, Jordy Smith.
Now back to the Dragons right fielder, freshman from Carlsbad, California, Jordy Smith.
Smith, a freshman from Carlsbad, California. First pitch misses, 1 ball, no strikes. Two outs, runner on first. MSUM looking to push across the tying run here in the top of the third. That one a strike, throw down to first is not in time. And it's now a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Smith, who's batting .351 this season. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. If Smith were to reach, Elizabeth Johnson would step up to the plate. As Matthews delivers the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, she struck her out. So for MSUM in the top of the third, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 2.5 innings of play for Moorhead, the Cougars lead 1-0.
No runs, 1 hit, 0 errors, and 1 left on base for the Dragons. Sioux Falls starting off the bottom of the third. Utes, Hove, and Boston.
Back here for the bottom of the third inning as Emmy Udis will step to the plate for the Cougars. First pitch swung on, the ground ball, base hit center field, and Sioux Falls gets the leadoff batter on. And that will bring up the second baseman, Emily Hove, who is 1 for 1 today. 27 pitches for Anna Ling, 16 of those have been strikes. Through 1 trip through the Sioux Falls order. First pitch in there for a strike, no balls and 1 strike. Second pitch misses, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hove, a senior from Omaha, Nebraska, attended Millard South High School. As the 1-1 pitch is hit straight up, but it will just drift out of play behind the Sioux Falls bench. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball. Lang fields it, goes to second for one, will not get the double play. One down now for Lindsey Mossman, the shortstop, who is 0 for 1 today. Nice job by Lang to field the ground ball, quickly turn and get the lead runner. But Taylor Roddy was unable to get it over to first to get the double play. First pitch to Mossman misses for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Misses, throw down to first is not in time, and it will be 2 balls, no strikes to Mossman. As it looked like Hove may have been getting a little too far off the base, so McNeely decided to throw down to see if he could pick her off. The 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. Mossman, a junior from Belleville, Illinois. Takes it for a ball. It will be 3-1 now, with Ashley Meyer, the right fielder, waiting in the on-deck circle. That pitch fouled. Full count now. And actually, it is Frankie Mickelson on deck, not Ashley Meyer. As we have a full count, runner on first, 1 out. The windup, the pitch, swung on, line drive, center field. Caught by Elizabeth Johnson for the second out of the inning as Hove retreats back to first base. So 2 down for Frankie Mickelson. Lang trying to get out of the inning with no damage. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. The pitch swung on, line drive, left center field. That will be down for a hit. Hove rounding third is going to come home. The throw will be not in time. And on the throw, Mickelson will advance to third. So Sioux Falls extending their lead to 2-0 as Emily Miller steps up to the plate. Miller had that home run earlier in the game as the first pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. 40 pitches now for Anna Lang with 2 outs in the third. Runner on third base. The pitch up high. It will be 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. And it is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Lang trying to get out of the inning, allowing just 1 run. The pitch just misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Miller. The 2-2 pitch just misses, and it is now a full count. And this time, Ashley Meyer really is on deck. She will come to bat if Miller is able to reach here. The 3-2 pitch, swung on, fly ball, out of play. Just past the Sioux Falls dugout. And it will remain 3-2. The pitch, swung on, ground ball, fielded, the throw to first. In time, and a nice stretch by Ashley McCants to get the out. So for Sioux Falls in the third, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 3 innings of play, the Cougars lead the Dragons 2-0 from Shields Field.
Bottom of the third and 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for Sioux Falls. It now leads 2-0. Order for the Dragons, Johnson, Sundin, and McNeely. Of the Dragons, a sophomore from Belle Plaine, Wisconsin, Elizabeth Johnson.
Back here in the top of the 4th inning, Elizabeth Johnson, the center fielder, will lead off for MSUM. Johnson, 1 for 1 today, as Matthews takes the mound for her 4th inning of work. First pitch, swung on, fouled back into the turtle, no balls and 1 strike. Johnson ready, the 0-1 pitch, just misses up high, and the count will be 1 ball and 1 strike now. The pitch just misses. It will be 2-1 now from Matthews to Johnson. The 2-1 pitch at the knees, evens the count up to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson, a sophomore from Belle Plaine, Minnesota. Set for the pitch, just up high, and it is now a full count with Sundin waiting on deck. The 3-2 pitch misses down low, and Elizabeth Johnson able to draw a leadoff walk.
Up next from MSUM, a freshman from Hudson, Wisconsin, Kaya Sundin.
So Kaya Sundin will step to the plate, batting .260 this season, and 0 for 1 here in game 2. First pitch immediately squares to bunt, fielded by the pitcher, throws to first to get the out. So Johnson advances to second on the sacrifice bunt, and there'll be 1 out for Jordy McNeely. McNeely, a freshman from Dickinson, North Dakota. First pitch, up high, 1 ball and no strikes. McNeely, 1 for 1 today, batting .234 overall on the season. Takes that one up high, 2 balls and no strikes. Matthews at 51 pitches here with 1 out in the 4th. The pitch at the knees is a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike now. Two-one pitch, swung on, line drive, base hit, center field. Johnson rounding third, she will be sent home. The throw, not in time, and MSUM cuts the lead in half. as McNeely advances to second on the throw.
Up next, Rhode Dragons, a freshman from
So
West
Shea Weber will now step up to the plate.
Weber.
Weber, a freshman from West Fargo, North Dakota, is 0 for 1 today. As Matthews, waiting for the sign, delivers, swung on, fly ball, short left field. It will be the left fielder, Clausen, coming on to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now, and Taylor Vadi, the shortstop, will step up to the plate. Leadoff hitter for MSUM is 0 for 2 today, carrying a .275 average into this at-bat. First pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. MSUM has been able to cut the lead in half so far this inning. Let's see if they can push across the tying run. As the second pitch misses, 1 ball and 1 strike from Matthews to Taylor Roddy. Roddy, a senior from Prior Lake, Minnesota, attended Prior Lake High School. As the 1-1 pitch, it bounces to the plate, runner takes off, throw down is not in time. She's gonna go home on the throw, which goes out of play. So MSUM is able to get across the tying run. So if you are scoring along at home, McNeely will get credit for a stolen base and then advances home on the error by the catcher. And the count now 3 balls and 1 strike with Emma Dummer on deck. The pitch misses off the plate, and MSUM now with another good chance. Emma Dummer stepping to the plate with her .312 batting average. And 2 outs.
Now batting for the Dragons here from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, Emma Dummer.
Dummer, a junior from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, takes a strike for the first pitch, 0-1. Dummer in this game is 0 for 2, but this would be a great time to pick up a hit. There's the 0-1 pitch. Up high for a ball. Runner takes off. Throw down is in time to get her. So Taylor Roddy thrown out, stealing to end the inning. So for MSUM in the top of the 4th, 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left on base. We are tied at 2 after 3.5 innings here from Shields Field in Moorhead.
In the top of the 4th, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 0 left on base for the Dragons. The score is now tied 2-2 going to the bottom of the 4th. Sioux Falls lineup is Fire, Clayson, and Newbies. Up first for the Cougars is number 8, Ashley Meyer.
Ashley Meyer steps to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning for Sioux Falls. First pitch swung on, fly ball to right field. It will be dropped by Jordy Smith in foul territory, so it will be no balls and 1 strike. Smith went a long way for that and dove, but just could not get it to stick in her glove. Next pitch misses down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Meyer. The 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Lang, the 1-2 pitch. Misses down low. Brings the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. In the turf, 3 balls and 2 strikes now. With Rachel Clausen on deck. Meyer swung on, fouled, out of play, and it will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Meyer is a junior from Hickman, Nebraska. As she awaits the 3-2 pitch, swung on, fouled off again into the snowbanks, aligning the field, and we remain at a full count. The 3-2 pitch swung on, ground ball up the middle, a base hit in the center field. So that will bring up Rachel Clausen, the left fielder.
Now batting for the Cougars, number 1, Rachel Clausen.
A freshman from Elkhorn, Nebraska. The first pitch misses for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch, bunt, beautiful bunt down the third base line. No play for the Dragons, and just like that, Sioux Falls has 2 runners on and no one out. That was an absolute great bunt. McNeely fielded it, but she had nowhere she could go with it. As Sydney Naveen steps into the box, the first baseman for Sioux Falls in this game. And she will bunt, third base, throw to first. MSUM able to get an out there, but now there are runners on second and third. And Cassie Van Beek, the DH, will step into the box with the opportunity to bring in multiple RBIs as MSUM head coach Amanda Reckamp will call a timeout and gather her infielders on the mound for a short discussion. 1 out, bottom of the 4th, 2-2 game, 2 runners on for the Cougars. Let's see what MSUM has drawn up here to try and get out of this jam. Van Beek will return to the box. Lang will return to the pitcher's mound. Van Beek is a sophomore from Rock Valley, Iowa. First pitch. Misses for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Van Beek 0 for 1 in this game, looking for a first hit. Next pitch misses, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. On the inside corner evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Needless to say, a strikeout here would be huge for the Dragons. The 2-2 pitch swung on, fly ball, caught by McCants, the first baseman. So just like that, there are now 2 outs in the inning, and MSUM can see the light at the end of the tunnel as Emmy Utes steps into the box for Sioux Falls. Utes today 1 for 1. First pitch misses for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Meyer on third, Clausen on second, as the 1-0 pitch just misses, and it is now 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, swung on, ground ball to short, throw across the diamond, and MSUM is able to escape the inning without giving up any runs. So after 4 complete innings from Shields Field, we are tied at 2 here in Moorhead.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base for USF. As we start the top of the 5th inning, lineup for the Dragons, Dummer, Gaber, and McCain. Now batting for the Dragons, third baseman and junior from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, Emma Dummer.
First pitch to Emma Dummer to lead off the 5th inning is sent to the fence in left center field. So Dummer on 1 pitch gets a stand-up double. Peyton Gaber will now step up to the plate. But first, we will have a brief conference by the Cougars as head coach Shannon Pivovar calls time. MSUM will be back here at Shields Field tomorrow at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. to host Southwest Minnesota State in a doubleheader. And once again, Southwest will be the home team and MSUM the visiting team for both of those games. First pitch to Gaber, swung on, fly ball to left field, caught for the first out. Dummer bluffs a take but ends up not going anywhere. And there is 1 away in the inning. Ashley McCants now steps into the box. She is hot today, 2 for 2 in this game, giving a .322 batting average into this at-bat. The first pitch from Matthews. Swung on, ground ball to first. Fielded by Niveen. She will just make the take for the second out, but on the play, Dummer advances to third. So 2 outs now. Jody Smith and her .342 average will step to the plate with Dummer sitting there at third, hoping she can score this inning and give MSUM the lead. First pitch from Matthews to Smith is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, and it is now no balls and 2 strikes to Smith. The 0-2 pitch misses for a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. If Smith can get a single here, it would be a huge hit for the Dragons. The 1-2 pitch from Matthews swung on, popped up, foul off the netting in front of the MSUM bench. Count will remain 1-2. Smith, ready. Matthews on the rubber, gets the sign, winds and delivers. Swung on, fly ball left center field. Caught by Clausen for the 3rd out of the inning. So MSUM gets a runner on off the leadoff double from Dummer, but unable to push her across. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base for MSUM in the 5th inning.
No runs, 1 hit, 0 errors, 1 left on base for MSUM, the top of the 5th. Heading towards the bottom, top of the order for the Cougars, Hogue, Austin, and Nicholson.
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Moorhead, it will be Emily Hove, the second baseman, leading off. Hove 1 for 2 on the day and has scored a run. First pitch swung on high, fly ball deep, right center field. That one is going to be over the fence for a home run. And with 1 swing of the bat, Sioux Falls takes a 3-2 lead here over the Dragons. That is the 2nd home run of this game for the Cougars. As Lindsay Mossman will step into the box. Mossman, a junior from Belleville, Illinois. Anna Lang delivers the pitch. In there for a strike, no balls and 1 strike, the count. The 0-1 pitch just misses off the plate, and it's 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch misses upstairs, and it's 2-1 now is the count from Lang to Mossman. Frankie Mickelson will follow Mossman here in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-1 pitch misses down low, and it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch swung on, fly ball, left center field, caught by Shea Weber for the 1st out of the inning. So Mickelson will step in the box. She is 1 for 2 today. The junior from Rochester, Minnesota, attended Rochester Century High School. With 1 out, she'll step in the box against Anna Lang. First pitch swung on, fouled into the snowbank just behind the plate, and it will be no balls and 1 strike. Pitch swung on in the infield, dropped by Sundin out there at second. So Sioux Falls gets a base runner here off of the error by Sundin. And that will bring up Emily Miller, the third baseman. She has the other home run on the day for Sioux Falls as the first pitch misses, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike to Miller, the third baseman from Aberdeen, South Dakota. The 1-1 pitch just misses off the plate, and it will now be 2 balls and 1 strike. Big situation here for the Dragons. You don't want to let the deficit get too out of hand, as that one misses, and it will now be 3 balls and 1 strike to Miller, with Ashley Meyer waiting on deck. The 3-1 pitch misses outside, and with that walk, Sioux Falls now has 2 runners on with 1 out.
Should get 5 pitch. 18 for 12.
And we are going to have a pitching change here, as Becky Berth, the sophomore from Wisconsin, will come on to pitch for Anna Lang. So MSUM going to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 5th, down 3-2 with 2 runners on and 1 out.
We got 1 down, guys. Here we go, batters.
And the first batter that Berth will face is Ashley Meyer, the right fielder out of Hickman, Nebraska.
Hey, we're going 3 here, 3's hot. Hey, all right, defense, single 1, Dick.
First pitch to Meyer, swung on, fly ball, right field line, just out of the reach of Smith for a foul ball. The 0-1 pitch from Berth. Bounces to the plate, throw down to third is in time to get the runner. So now there are 2 outs. Runner on second is Miller, and the pitch is fouled off. As the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Berth on the rubber, looking to get out of this jam. The pitch just misses up high, and it is 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Rachel Clayson waiting on deck if she gets to bat this inning. The 2-2 pitch just misses. And it is now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Berth winds and fires. And that will be ball 4. So Sioux Falls now runners on first and second for Rachel Clayson, the left fielder, who is 1 for 2 today. Berth looking in for the sign, gets it, the first pitch. Misses up high, 1 ball, no strikes. As McNeely will run out a little bit towards second base to force the runner back to the base. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. The pitch, bunted, foul behind the plate, and it will now be 1 ball and 1 strike. Kaya Sundin, the MSUM second baseman, is playing right up next to the pitcher's mound, anticipating that bunt. She will remain there on this play as the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now, Sundin staying next to the pitcher's mound in case of a bunt. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 for Becky Berth. Gets out of the inning. So for Sioux Falls in the bottom of the 5th, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. After 5 innings of play, the Cougars lead the Dragons 3-2 from Shields Field.
After the bottom of the 5th, Cougars lead 3, Dragons 2. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. Order for the Dragons in the top of the 6th, Johnson, Sundin, and McNeely. Now the right center fielder, sophomore from Bella Plain, Minnesota, Elizabeth Johnson.
We are back for the top of the 6th inning. Elizabeth Johnson, the center fielder for MSUM from Belle Plaine, Minnesota, in the box. Matthews, first pitch, misses for a ball. It will be 1 ball and no strikes. Courtney Matthews, the starter for Sioux Falls, in her 6th inning of work. This will be her 69th pitch. And it is swung on, ground ball up the middle. No play for the shortstop, Lindsey Mossman. And Johnson picks up the infield single. That will bring up Kaya Sundin, second baseman for MSUM, a freshman from Hudson, Wisconsin. MSUM needs a run here to tie it. Sundin squares to bunt, throw to first, got her. Nice job by Matthews to play the sacrifice bunt. If you were scoring at home, that one goes 1-4 on the sac bunt, with Johnson moving to second. And now the catcher, Jody McNeely, will step to the plate. McNeely, a freshman out of Dickinson, North Dakota. As our home plate umpire will call time, everyone will reset. McNeely steps in the box. Johnson on second, the first pitch. Misses downstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. McNeely today has 2 hits and 2 at-bats with 1 run and an RBI. The big offensive hitter of the day, just who you want up in this position. Next pitch swung on, grounded foul into the net in front of the MSUM dugout, and it will be 1-1.
Here we go, Court.
McNeely sporting a .244 batting average here. Matthews delivers the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to McNeely, with Shea Weber waiting on deck. The pitch, swung on, line drive, fair ball down the third base line, and it will roll out of play. It will be called a ground rule double. Johnson will come around to score, and once again, MSUM has tied the game.
Hey, we got one.
The game is tied 3-3 at the plate for the Dragons. West Fargo, North Dakota, Shea Weber.
MSUM is putting up a pinch hitter here. Weber will not bat. It will instead be
20 for number 1.
number 20, Ali Helgo, the freshman from Big Lake, Minnesota. Helgo getting her first action today. And Sioux Falls will make a corresponding pitching change. So we will step aside while they sort out the changes. We'll be right back here from Shields Field. Number 13, Naveen, the pitcher, as the ball is grounded. Throw to first, gets the out.
batting for the Dragons, Taylor Roddy.
First pitch to Taylor Roddy misses for a ball.
Right here, you and me. Here we go. 2 outs, guys. We're good. Now we go. Here we go, buddy. Just like that, buddy. Just like that.
That one grounded foul up the third baseline, and it will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. And another foul.
Keep working.
The 2-2 pitch misses upstairs. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That's one. You and me right here. Here we go.
3-2 pitch, fouled off, stays alive.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Looking good, too, here, too.
Full count. Ball 4, so she draws a walk.
Now batting for the Dragons from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, Emma Dummer.
As Emma Dummer will step to the plate. First pitch in their first strike. 0-1 count to Dummer. Misses for a ball, 1-1.
You and me right here, nice and easy.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Emma Dummer, the junior from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. Pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to first will end the inning. MSUM ties it at 3, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning here from Shields Field.
At the top of the 6th, 1 run, 2 hits.
Re-enter
no
number 1.
errors, 1 left on base. Up for Sioux Falls, the lineup is Nadine Van Beek and Utes. Score is tied at 3-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Hey, 2 for you. Thank you.
Shea Weber is the enters the lineup. Up first base is Sydney Nivy.
The first pitch to Sydney Naveen in there for a strike. Next pitch swung on, fly ball left field, caught for the first out of the inning. So 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Sioux Falls, MSUM tied at 3. Two ball, two strike count to Van Beek. Swung on, fouled back into the netting. Two balls, two strikes from Becky Berth to Cassie Van Beek. Pitch swung on, ground ball to short, fielded, throw to first for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now. And it will be Emmy Ute stepping up to the plate. First pitch. Misses for ball 1, 1-0. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Utes, a sophomore from Elkhorn, Nebraska. The 1-1 pitch from Berth. Inside, and it will be 2 balls and 1 strike now. The 2-1 pitch in the turf, and it will be 3 balls and 1 strike now. With Emily Hove, the second baseman, waiting on deck. Swung on and missed, and is now a full count to Utes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch swung on, popped up infield. Berth will take it herself and end the inning. So 4 Sioux Falls in the 6th, 3 up, 3 down. And after 6 innings of play, we are still tied at 3 from Shields Field in Moorhead.
After the bottom of the 6th, 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors, 0 left on space. Score is tied at 3-3. Top of the 7th lineup for the Dragons, Gaber, McKenzie, Smith. Now it's easier than ever to watch the Dragons on your TV with our new Dragons app for Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Android TV. No more airplane plugs and cords or small screens. Stream all live and on-demand games and Dragons Live episodes right from your TV at home, simply and easily. Get the new Dragons app for Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Android TV today.
Back here for the top of the 7th inning,
Gamer.
Peyton Gaber, the DH, will lead off for MSUM. First pitch in there for a strike.
Just like that. Good work. Good work.
And it's no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch misses for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Naveen on the mound delivers a swing and a miss, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch misses, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck her out. And that will bring up Ashley McCants, the first baseman, sophomore from Montgomery, Illinois. First pitch to her, swings and misses. No balls, 1 strike to McCants. Swung on ground ball, up the middle. Pitcher can't field it, and that will be a infield single for Ashley McCants. So Jordy Smith steps up to the plate. Runner on first. This would be a big time for Smith to pick up her first hit of the game. And it appears there will be a pinch runner.
14 for 9.
14, Savannah Dre coming on. First pitch was in there for a strike to Smith. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. In there, no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch misses off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck her out. For the second out of the inning, and that will leave it to Elizabeth Johnson to try and get on base and extend the inning for the Dragons. Johnson, 2 for 2 today, 2 runs scored. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Johnson, a sophomore from Belle Plaine, Minnesota. 0-1 pitch misses down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch misses, 2 balls and 1 strike, the count. The pitch swung on, fouled off the netting. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch misses, and it is now a full count for Johnson. If she were to reach, Kaya Sundin would step to the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch swung on ground ball, base hit left field. That will move everyone up 1 base. And MSUM now runners on first and second for Kaya Sundin.
At the plate for MSUM, freshman from Hudson, Wisconsin, Kaya Sundin.
Sundin, a freshman from Hudson, Wisconsin. 2 outs, 2 runners on, tie game at 3 in the top of the 7th. First pitch in there for a strike, no balls, 1 strike to count. 7th inning of the 2nd game of a doubleheader today. The 0-1 pitch bounces just before the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike now. The 1-1 pitch misses for a ball, 2-1 now. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. She struck her out. So MSUM, despite a good opportunity, not able to convert anything. And we head to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3. Sioux Falls with a chance to walk it off when we come back.
Top of the 7th, 0 run, 2 hits, 0 errors, 2 left on base for MSUM. Heading into the bottom of the 7th, score tied 3-3. Sioux Falls starts at the top of the order. Hove, Mossman, and Nicholson. At the plate for the Cougars, number 2, Emily Hove.
The 1-0 pitch to Emily Hove is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball, base hit into center field. And Sioux Falls now has the winning run at first base. And that will bring up Lindsay Mossman, the shortstop, 0 for 3 today. This would be a great time to pick up that 1 hit. Berths, first pitch, in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Mossman, a junior from Illinois. The pitch, squares around to bunt, takes a ball, ball gets away, and runner will advance to second. So Hove advances to second on the wild pitch. And the count is 1-1. Squares around to bunt, drops it down, fielded, throw to first, gets away. Hove will come around to score, and once again, Sioux Falls has walked off the MSUM Dragons. This one, a walk-off infield single. And then a throwing error by the third baseman. And that is how it will end. Final score, Sioux Falls 4, MSUM 3. Sioux Falls sweeps the Dragons in a Sunday afternoon doubleheader from Shields Field. The Dragons will be right back here in action tomorrow at 2 p.m. here on Shields Field when they host the Southwest Minnesota State Mustangs, although Southwest will be the home team for that one, as that's another game that was moved to Moorhead due to the blizzard. We will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. from Shields Field. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to today's NSIC softball doubleheader.